Hello everybody, it's Christy. I want to say hello to you and to everybody in our community. Appreciate everybody being here. Today is day 5. I've got a funky hair going on here. Today is day 5 of the Vice Freedom Challenge, and we are talking about today, and more importantly, I'm going to take you through a deeper dive into a meditation on pure potentiality, because it's one thing for me to talk about pure potentiality, but it's another. There it is. Teresa, can you see me now? We're working. Everybody's good. Hearts and flowers and sunshine and all that. We're good? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So let me push record on that. Everybody's good. So welcome everybody to day 5 of the Vice Freedom Challenge. As I was saying, we're talking about pure potentiality today. Happy Friday, Elizabeth. Hello, Lucy. Hello, everybody on Facebook. Today, I'm going to do more of a meditation because for pure potentiality, it's really important to experience it more than talk about it. Of course, I'm going to lead up to the meditation and talk about it because that's important. But I want everybody to experience the field of pure potentiality. So hello to all of you that are popping on. I appreciate all of you being there. So, as we start day 5, as we start every day, today, in this moment, I want you to start off with forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself. So if you're still using the vice, and you're still kind of doing any shame or guilt or anything like that, just go ahead and just release anything that you have, anything that you're holding on to. Just forgive yourself. I forgive myself. I release anything that I'm holding. Just let it go. If you're still using the vice, no worries. We're going to go into a place where alignment and momentum. So it's important to align. And I'm going to do that with the meditation. And we've been doing that all these days, right? But now it's important to start taking momentum, start changing the behavior, start replacing the things we do physically with other things. So, but I want you all to come from a place of understanding, curiosity, compassion for yourself, and absolutely no judgment. Because the judgment leads to more of the shame and the guilt and leaves you running more for the vice. So we don't want to do that. So I also want to say this. I don't have any judgment on any vices. I don't have any judgment on any of you for using the vices. Because again, the vices are a way for you to try to solve a problem or an issue. And I respect and admire you for the fact that you're doing the best that you know how to feel better in some way. I'm here to help you find more empowering, more useful tools to be able to return to yourself, your healthy self. That's a big difference. Not the self that is wounded or has the emotional trauma. We've lived there too long. So I'm here to help you heal those emotions. I'm here to help you return to yourself and learn to live with emotions from a place of understanding emotions as they are, as energy in motion. And no emotions are bad. It's communication to you from you. So for example, anger is actually not a bad emotion. Many times it's the behavior, what's done with the anger, that causes the problems. But it's not the anger that's the issue. The anger is there to inform you. So when you learn to live from a connected part of you, and you learn to live connected with you and respect and honor your emotions and learn how to listen and process them, there really is no room for emotional trauma, because there's no more stuck energy. And this allows you to return to the true nature of who you are, which is pure potentiality. There was actually a member of our community, and I just wanted to say this, that took a bit of offense of what I said a couple of days ago about California approving marijuana for recreational use. If you want to use marijuana as a tool, great. It's a great tool, like chocolate or coffee, whatever. But when it's limiting you in some way, and you want to have a tool that works at a deeper level, then I'm here to help you with no judgment. So for example, cannabis is a great tool for anxiety. They have studies. It does help. There's research. But if you want to heal the reason that you're having the anxiety in the first place, that's what I'm here to help you do. No one's perfect. We all use whatever we can to find some relief in this human experience called life. It's here for our uses. But there's also a deeper, longer lasting, and more fulfilling tool out there. So let's begin from there. So today again is day 5. We're going to be talking about the 5th essential universal law, which is the law of polarity. And sorry, but I have to get a sip of water. Scratchy throat. So, law of pure potentiality is based on the fact that the true essence of who you are is pure consciousness. And another way of saying it is energy, seeking to express, to move, to create. The source of all creation is pure consciousness, or pure potentiality, seeking to express itself into something. It's a creator. It wants to create. It wants to create itself. And it does that. Isn't that a water jug, Janet? Grateful. It's a big jug. Hey, nice jugs. Sorry, I cracked myself up. Anyway, so all creation, the source of all creation is pure consciousness, or pure potentiality. And creation all begins with a desire. Where does that desire come from? It comes from contrast and getting clear on what we do want, and then desiring something new, something better, something different. And that's why you all are here. You wouldn't be here on a Vice Freedom Challenge if you didn't desire something different. You desire something. You're here. And it's then in that vibration of desire, that pure potential of what we desire, that becomes activated. So when we realize that our inner being, the spirit that animates our minds, our bodies, is pure potentiality, or another way of saying it is unlimited, like we talked about yesterday, you are then in alignment with the power that manifests everything in the universe. And then you know yourself as you truly are, unlimited. So anything is possible, and there's unlimited creativity. As we learned yesterday, and I highly recommend, if you haven't gone back and listened to the other ones, if you haven't been following along, they're available for you to listen. The recordings are there. Each day builds on each other. But as we learned in the law of sufficiency and abundance, and thank you, many of you said that you understood the law of sufficiency and abundance at a whole different level, and that just, I cannot tell you how deeply pleased I am to hear that, because when you have a different level of understanding, it means you're coming from a different level of consciousness, and when your consciousness shifts, that's when everything in your reality shifts. So for me, that's like, that's the juice. That's for me is like, yes, there's been transformation that happened. So as we learn with the law of sufficiency and abundance, the universe knows no limits. But we all are on a plane of polarity, which we're going to talk about on day 7. So if there is abundance, there's also lack, right? We're not just here Pollyanna in this universe going, oh, there's no lack, there's no limitation. No, it exists. The front of your hand exists just as the back of your hand does. Love exists just as much as hate does. It exists. But the true spiritual nature, the thing that is never ending, always living, never to die, that is the truth of who you are, is unlimited. Because the only limits that we have are the ones that we impose through our fears, our doubts, our uncertainty, our lack of faith, our lack of confidence, our lack of feeling like we deserve it, or any other lower level emotion. I actually had, and this is something just from a pure potentiality perspective, there was a DJ named Dave Pratt, and I got the pleasure of meeting with him today, that I knew of, obviously, I listened to every day when I was in high school. And he was on the Red Rockin' Radio, because I'm a rocker chick. And he used to say every day, his tagline was, if you don't deserve it, Who does? And I remember one time in high school driving in my car and I went, yeah, I deserve it. And as Maxim would say, what's it? Whatever we want. It's unlimited. But if we have the desire, we have the potential to create it. We talked about yesterday. Can't be any more deserving than you are. You're alive. You're deserving. But it's the limitations and what we impose on ourselves that tells us what we are deserving of or what we're not deserving of. So if you feel limits, or as we discussed yesterday, lack in your life, your ego, your personality, again, we all have to have that. It's part of being human. It feels something is missing, and then it seeks to create it, or it seeks to use it, or eat it, or drink it, or smoke it, or something that will take you out of the place of feeling bad so that you feel different and you leave your current state of limitations and lack to feel better. The lack then leads to emotions such as fear or desiring things that you think or project are going to make you feel a certain way. So that's why many of us go, but if I just had the money, then I'll feel better. That in and of itself is a vice and addiction. If I just had this certain level of success, if I could just write a book, if I could find the man, if I could name it, if I had my dream house, if I could have my dream car, if I could, create a nonprofit organization, if I could do whatever. We think it's outside of ourselves. And we think that those things outside of ourselves are going to make us feel free or expanded. Or so we think, we assign it. It's the money. It's the prestige. It's the accomplishment. It's the dude. It's the whatever, right? But what happens when those objects or those things date Brad Pitt? Yeah, that might work. Or Chris Hemsworth. Or the late, great Paul Walker. Love him. Sorry, I digress. It's Friday. I'm loopy today. Anyways, but what happens when those things disappear? What happens when the vices have been consumed? The joint has been smoked. The coffee has been consumed. The sugar has been eaten. The shopping, the money has been spent. You're still left with the same feelings. It was only temporary. So your freedom or relief from the emotion was conditional. And if in your love and in your faith, you know, there's something about trusting. There's a feeling of trust, right? There's a feeling of hope. There's a feeling of trust, but then there's knowing. Knowing, when you know that you are part of this universe and that the universe will provide all of your needs when you require them, then you are unlimited in your potential. You may have a desire and birth a desire and think, ooh, I really love this. Have no idea how to create it, but just know that whatever desire you have, whether it came out of getting clear on something, whether it came out of contrast, whether it was just an inspirational moment, but you have this desire that came through you. The universe has the potential to create it for you in millions and millions and millions of different ways, even though the limited human perspective might not know how to do that. Or you might desire to get rid of a vice and stop smoking or drinking or whatever it is for you and have no idea how to do that. When you connect the fact that there is an unlimited potential, when there's pure potentiality, and that changing the vice, coming from a place of a deep knowing that you're connected to this unlimited universe, you have so many more expansion and consciousness expansion and opportunities to shift, and it can be easy. It can be something that I use this as an example sometimes. like changing the channel. For you, those of you that were from the 70s and beyond or earlier, you know, you remember what it was like when we didn't want to watch a Western on TV. We wanted to watch Charlie's Angels. We changed the channel. And it's the same thing in life. There is unlimited potential. We live in a world of pure potentiality, where in everything that we choose, there is frequencies and vibrations, and everything starts with frequencies and vibrations. This is an energetic universe, and it's hard for a lot of times people to understand that, especially those that aren't aware of it or haven't been practicing this information, because this big jug, it seems very real. It is real. It's material. I can see it. It's so much easier to know and look at that and go, well, I know that's real. But how do I know a frequency of abundance is real? Because we feel it. It's all energy. Everything begins with a frequency and a vibration. So if that's true, and it is, and you have your habit, your vice, what you've been doing on a certain frequency or a certain channel, we just need to change the channel. We just need to find a different frequency. And will this take some work? Yes, because there are all the conditioning that you had to this point led to the habits that you have. And the only way to change a habit or change a vice is, number one, heal the reason that you even needing it in the first place, which we're doing here. And I invite you to stay with me for the whole month of January, and as a bonus, February as well. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the meditation sequence in February and what the theme of that is in a bit. But you change the channel, you change the frequency, and then you change your behavior. You just do something different. Replace it with something else. So what's the thing that you can replace it with? Meditation is a great way. Now my nose is running. I'm drinking, my nose is running. Meditation is a great way to connect up with the frequency, with allowing yourself to be still and receive the frequency and the vibrations from the universe. Because when you, I should say this, as you know and develop a relationship with the divine inside of you, and then act as if you are a part of Source, because you are in touch with pure potentiality. And that's why the practice of meditation is so powerful. When you allow yourself to just be silent and just be, you develop the connection, you develop the openness, you allow the channel of receiving and allowing to be there. And you then can experience pure potentiality. So that's why today I'm going to do a little bit more of a process, because I can talk all day long, but unless you fully experience that field of pure potentiality for yourself, you won't know it. It's an experience. And it's an experience that each one of us can have, because each one of us have the divine inside. Each one of us are connected to pure potentiality. Just remember that whatever desire you have, there is the potential for that desire to birth itself. And as long as we, the human being, don't limit ourselves and know that, hey, I may not know the how today, but I love the idea of the desire. I may not know the how today of how to let go of smoking cigarettes or smoking pot or drinking coffee or drinking too much wine or, shopping too much, whatever the vice is. Or I don't know how to stop my comparative mind. I'm comparing myself to everybody. Or God, I'm always criticizing, or I'm always judging. Whatever it is, the internal vice or the external. When you can just come from a place of saying, I have the desire. I have desire to be and know myself as unlimited as I am. The pure potential of the universe brings you the opportunities. It could be a book. It could be a person telling you something. It could be joining a vice challenge like this. It could be a thought process that you get. It could be an insight that you have. There's so many, I mean, it's just mind-blowing, and our minds actually cannot conceive of how many different ways if we just open up to the possibilities. It's the mind that says that it's not possible. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the willpower. I'm weak. I'm this. That's where the judgments come in. We start beating ourselves up because we think we're not enough, like we discussed yesterday. And then on top of that becomes the shame and the guilt. So we want to run away from ourselves. So we continue using the vice. That's why first day I said, we got to stop the judgments. This is a no judgment zone, right? So let's connect, because you are unlimited. You really are unlimited. There's no need to, you can look at the scarcity, you can look at the lack, and just know that there's a polar opposite of it. Just breathe that in, knowing that we're going to talk about that on day 7, so I'm not going to get into that right now. But anything is possible, because nothing is impossible. When you are in alignment with the law of pure potentiality, that's when you feel centered and at peace. And this is an experience which we're going to do in just a minute. But I want to first invite you all to join me in the Vice Freedom program for the rest of January. This is an invitation. This obviously goes until the 7th. And then on the 8th, we're going to start into a private group. And it is going to be limited, because when I'm working with someone, even in a group setting, I'm working with them. I'm holding space for them the entire time, because it's my job as a coach, and especially as a healer, to help you heal. And I believe that there's support all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night working on people. That's my commitment, because I'm committed to serve. So this is an invitation for you to heal those deep wounds and those places that have you reaching for the vices or the tools in the first place. Nori, is there a link to join? Yes, it's christywhitman.com/vice, VICE. But once you heal those wounds, you're free. So it's just my job to invite you and give you options. It's your job to take action. It's your job to choose. I can't choose for you, but it's my duty to invite you. So with this invitation, you'll continue with me in a private group for the rest of January. And you're also going to get, you're welcome, Nori, thank you. You're also going to get the February meditations, which is a $497 value, which I do for 1 month. It's 30 days. And an investment for basically 2 months of working with me every single day is $397. And plus you're going to get Q&A Zoom calls where you can get deeper healings, you get your personal questions asked. But again, not everybody is going to join us. Not everybody can join us. Thank you, Betty. You're awesome too. Because, not everybody's ready for this. And I recognize that and I respect that. And there's no judgment about it. But those of you that are ready to really learn how to work with your emotions, because here's the thing. We can clear all of your traumas and your emotions, right? But we're still living. And things happen, and you could be going along, and bam, bushwhack. What do you do with the bushwhack? What do you do with the emotions? So I'm going to teach you how to do that and how to work with, be informed by your emotions, so that you actually like living in your skin, that you actually like living as who you are, this version of you that will never, ever to be again. So that you're healing the old stuff that keeps you from knowing your unlimitedness, and keeps you aligned in that place so that you can create the future that you want. Because none of us know how much longer we have. Marianne's asking, will the remainder of January be structured like the first 7 days? Yes, we're going to be moving to 10 a.m. Mountain, so that's 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 Central, is that right? 12 Eastern. And it'll be 20 minutes. The Vice Challenge has gone a little bit over, but it'll be 20 minutes. You'll get 2 Zoom calls with me that will be for an hour. And then you'll also move into 20 minutes every single day with me in February for meditations. So, the theme for February, and for those of you that have already signed up and that are just like ready to go, the theme for February meditations, because each month we have a theme, is transforming your consciousness. So clearing lesser energies, illusions, which, a lot of times the behaviors and the beliefs that we have are just illusions, and limitations. So you're going to connect with your soul and the will to initiate that brings the spiritual power to release thoughts, illusions, lesser energies, any obstacles that stand in your way of living as your soul, and free and joyous and clear and loving and harmonious. So we're going to learn so much stuff. You're going to be taken through it. But right now, because this is my promise to everybody of pure potentiality, we really need to just know ourselves as energy. So I'd invite all of you to just close your eyes right now and experience the pure potentiality that you are. So go ahead. And, someone had a question. Ruma was asking call, Zoom, or Q&A. There'll be 2 Zoom calls. We'll get you that information when the date is, but it's every single day for the rest of January at 10 a.m. Mountain. And then February, we'll get you the schedule as well. So go ahead and feel yourself just closing your eyes. Feel yourself relaxing now, sitting in the chair that you're in. Breathing deeply, finding a new level of breath and rhythm with your breath that helps you feel calm and quiet and peaceful and still within. For many of you, you can take a deep breath in and breathe in on a 4 count. So imagine breathing in and then holding your breath for 4 seconds, and then breathing your breath out, and then holding the breath out for 4 seconds. This is a beautiful practice whenever you feel your vice calling you and you wanting to come home. That's what it always is. Something's calling you because you're needing something within. So you can just take a deep breath in with 4 seconds, holding the breath for 4 seconds, and then breathing it out, and then keeping your breath out for 4 seconds. So that's a really great process. Your soul is the deeper part of your being, the part of you that speaks from beyond the personality and emotions. It's a part of you that knows why you have the challenges that you have. It guides you, it answers your questions, and it gives you messages. It's the very essence of who you are. And it exists in many dimensions besides this physical dimension. Your soul is the highest part of your being. And you're going to meet your soul now as you begin to relax and join me in this meditation. So imagine light, about a ball of light, about a foot above your head. Just imagine light coming down through this ball of light. Imagine yourself calling light to you as this waterfall of light comes down through the top of your head and just cleanses you in this beautiful feeling of light and love. Calling light to yourself just by asking it to do so. You are the master of energy in this universe. And just by asking that light surround you, light starts to be at your command. So feel yourself becoming warm and comfortable, letting all the parts of your body relax. Just relaxing. Feel yourself growing more and more peaceful and calm and quiet. Letting your breathing take you higher and higher. So take a deep breath in, breathing down all the way into your abdomen, breathing all the way out, coming back to the most basic thing that we have as a human being, your breath, going in and out. And you're beginning to float, beginning to drift, going more and more within. And as you go within, you're going upward, beginning to expand your being, to know your soul, to know your pure potentiality, is to expand into the unlimited being that you are, to go towards aliveness, to experience more light, and to increase your vibration. So imagine right now that you're making your energy finer and more beautiful. You don't need to know exactly how to do it. Just imagine that you are. Bringing harmony. Again, energy responds to what you command it to do. Just bringing harmony and order to all the energy in your body, in your aura. And just using your breath to create more flow in your body, more harmony. Imagining a sparkling rainbow of colors all around you. And I'd like you to imagine that your guide is with you right now. We have many, many, many guides and masters and great ones and a team. Each one of us has a team on the other side of the veil. And one of your guides is with you right now. So if you can, just sense, feel, connect with your guide. Even if you can't make this connection, just know that this guide or even a great master is with you. Feel a higher presence now. Just having a knowingness that it's there. You are being assisted in this connection. As you make your energy more beautiful, imagine that you are expanding your energy outward. Your energy field is growing bigger. It extends beyond your body into the room that you're in. You are more than your body. You are more than your thoughts. You're more than your emotions. You already know your soul in moments. Moments of peace. Moments of stillness. Moments when you expand beyond old beliefs. Let that feeling of expansiveness now come into your physical body. Let it come into your mind. Let it come into your emotions. Sense that you live in an infinite universe and that you are infinite. You are an infinite, ageless being. Getting in touch now with the very core of your being. Feel yourself growing larger, more expansive, lighter. Because your soul is light. Imagine that you are building light into your body now, calling the light to you. Lines of light in your body, circulating light in your body, higher frequencies out in the universe coming into your physical body. And as you let it in, you also begin to shine that light outward into your aura, into the energy around your body so that you're glowing. And as you do this, as you bring the light in and you send the light out, you are increasing your vibration. You're coming closer to the vibration of your soul. And now we're going to enter into the door of silence. You might imagine a door in front of you. And to go through this door is to become very silent. To become very silent and quiet. This door leads you into the realm of your soul. Often it feels like the void, an infinite space as you go through this doorway. So get very quiet within, letting go of any thoughts that you have. And in those moments of complete stillness, begin to feel your soul infuse all of your energy as if a great light were now taking and running energy through you. You are becoming your soul self. And on the other side of this door is the void, the beginning of the world of your soul. You might imagine that you're going through many colors right now, traveling through the color of red. Imagine red all around you, pure, beautiful red. And then going through the color of orange, the most beautiful orange that you can imagine. And now blending into yellow, And through that yellow, blending into green, green all around you, in you. And coming into the quiet coolness of blue. Blue surrounding you, your aura. Going into a red purple, and then a deep violet blue purple. And then moving into the stillness. Almost as if you are in a complete void right now. An amazing thing is happening in this void. You are expanding and expanding, almost as if you are the universe. Contained within you are the planets and the stars as you grow larger and larger. You are part of everything, and everything is a part of you. You are now in the world of your soul. So imagine that your soul is coming towards you, a great radiant light. Your soul is now blending with you as you are now the size of the universe. And you and your soul are one. Just feeling your soul now. Feeling that expansion. Feeling that pure potentiality. And now we're going to come back into the size of your current body, but still containing the entire universe within you. The macrocosm in the microcosm. And just notice that your energy has no boundaries. Not the boundaries of your body or of your emotions or your mind. Your soul is an immense energy, part of the multidimensional consciousness of all that is, just as you are. So let your soul's light infuse you right now. You are more expansive than you've ever been. You've met your soul and you've become even more of your soul. Just feel that connection. Allowing each of the veils to be lifted so that you know your soul. And you can ask your soul right now to make its guidance even clearer to you so that you know your soul's messages. And you know your soul's wisdom as it pours through you. Allow yourself to very gently, very, very easily start to come back into the room. And as your soul, as you're connected with this infinity, this pure potentiality of yourself and of the universe, the affirmation for today is, I send love to my fears. My fears are the places within me that await my love. I send love to my fears. My fears are the places within me that await my love. So as your soul, as the expansion, you can even just open your eyes. Feel the immenseness of who you are. That's who you really are. Limitless. So with this affirmation, I send love to my fears. My fears are the places within me that await my love. Also think of it this way. Your vice is calling you, or you have an idea that the cigarette's gonna do it, or the, joint, or going shopping, or working more, or getting on Facebook, or whatever your vices are. It's a calling from you to you that you need more of your own divine love. That's it for today. So tomorrow we are going to be doing some really detaching because we're working on the law of detachment. So thank you everybody so much. Remember that if you want to join me for the rest of January and February, it is limited and it's filling up. I'm very grateful. You can go to christywhitman.com/vices. It's also in the chat. So Thanks, everybody. Have an amazing day. Bye.